there, folks. Welcome to another episode of Michael in the Backyard. We're out here with the GMC 2015 GMC Terrain. As you've been following the series, we've been fixing things up. We've been eliminating dash lights, and we got one left. The TPMS, tire pressure monitoring system. And what you saw in the quick time lapse in the beginning was me doing one wheel. And you saw me doing some drilling and some anchoring. Using my tire bead breaker on my Harbor Freight tire changer just to break the bead. I only put the front and back bolts into the floor. I also put it in a different spot in the floor because this is currently parked over where I mounted it in the middle of the floor. Why? Well, it's the center of, I can work all the way around it. This here, where I mounted it here, I can move a few things and work around it if need be in the future. So, what have I got? What have I done here so far? What am I doing? Where'd they go? Where'd I put them? I don't know. I'll leave a link in the description below. These are, I looked on Amazon, and make sure if you're shopping on Amazon to look for these, make sure you read the reviews. I can't stress that enough. I was going to buy the AC Delco OEM off there, and the ones I found were like OEM, original equipment manufacturer type thing that people were selling. And I read the reviews, and people had problems on one supplier, at least for sure, that says put them in, had them put in, paid somebody to put them in, and then 3 weeks later they were dead again. Well, that's because the batteries were really old, I'm guessing, if it's OEM. The ones I bought are good for the batteries. They say are good for 5 to 8 years. These have a regular flat, battery, flat-celled battery that goes in these, and these are, they don't recharge themselves or anything. They're just batteries. There's no fancy mechanism. Spin them up. So I went to a local tire place near me when I said, because I thought I got bad TPMS. Cool. Let's have the tire guys swap them out for me. You know what he quoted me? $100 a piece to do each one. Replace each one was $100 a piece. And I'm like, youch. Is there a better way? Yes. Now, how long these are going to last, I don't know. I'm going to be putting this video out, and I won't know. And I might be selling this car, so I won't know. But the reviews on these were fantastic. Everybody says, put it in, worked flawlessly, did everything it was supposed to do, blah, blah, blah. Now, on this system, I'll show you how to, when we get done here, putting the rest, I put one in. And I tested it and made sure it worked before I went and did the other three. Because there is a little bit of effort involved, and I don't want to put all that effort in just to have the same tire monitoring system light up on the dash after doing all that work. So I got one, did it, it worked, and we're going to do the other three. And I'll walk you through one of them, not all three of them. I'll walk you through one and show you what I'm doing to replace these. And they're not easy to get out, I'll tell you that. I'm guessing there's a special tool to reach in there and... So what did yours truly do? I got a special tool. I ground it kind of so I can drive it in there and pry it out from the inside is the goal. I kind of mangled the first one, but that's what the first one's all about. But I did put the new one in. Plus, there's a tool. And we'll show you how we use this tool. This was like $9. This is what's crazy. It was like a $9 tool. Hunbilfin, Hunbil. These things will all be in the description below. I'm not recommending them. I'm just saying they'll be in the description below. This is what I'm using. This is what's working. Long-term effects will yet to be determined. And what's crazy is I had a TPMS on my Impala. One wheel started throwing a code. There again, they've been in there long enough. I'm sure I've got a dead battery. What am I going to do on that one? I'm going to order 4 more, and I'm going to replace the one that's dead. And I'll just replace them as I need to. I'm not going to create a lot more work for myself than need be. I may do a short video on that one because it may program differently. Now, what do you think this is? This is a code thrower. I don't know what it does. It's magic. What it does do, you put this down next to the tire pressure, your valve stem there, and you hit the button while you're in the learn mode, and it makes this thing do something, and then it sends a signal to the car. It goes beep beep, and it honks and does its thing. We'll do that later. As you can see here, it's got a little light, and it'll sit there and flash for a while. It's sending a code or a signal while this is in learn mode, when your car's in learn mode. So anyway, a lot to cover. Anyway, this was like $9 or $10. It wasn't very expensive. I've got a $5 Energizer 9-volt battery in it that I had to go buy because it doesn't come with the battery. But and there again, read the reviews, saw what people used it on, saw how they said it worked, and I'm like, okay, that aligns with what I have here, and we'll go on. This one's good for GM and for a range of vehicles. Do your research, folks. That's all I got to say. But the cool part is I got 4 of these tire sensors, valve stem / tire sensors. 4 of these for 25 bucks. I got this for like $9 or $10. I got a $5 battery in it, and we're gonna set the timer. It's currently 8:13 right now. By the time we get this video going, I'm gonna jack up this back wheel, pull that one off, get it over here, and put it back on. Start to stop. We'll time it. It's 8:13 right now. I don't know if you guys can see that clock on the wall. 8:13. And then we'll get a time on what it takes to do one wheel, so you can judge whether this is something you want to tackle or not. There are several ways to break a bead on a tire. The way I'm going to do it, I'm going to consider it being the safest way, using an actual tire tool. Now, this tire tool from Harbor Freight, I don't know, it used to be 40 bucks. I think they're 60 bucks. I can't remember. So if you, this is the crazy part. This is where you put the math together in your head. And if you're a do-it-yourselfer, you can still save yourself some money. 400 bucks. Okay, tire tool, $60. Hammer drill, $60 off Harbor Freight or off Amazon. Anchors, call it 40 bucks. You know, for $200 is what I'm saying. You could do this yourself and still have some tools left over to show for it. Or you can go give $400 to somebody else and let them do it. Your choice. I'm just showing you what I'm going to do because I'm a DIYer. And that makes me no liar. Yep, that's why I do this and don't sing for a living. Okay, I don't do this for a living either, but it's, you know, it's a hobby that keeps me out of trouble. Let's get after this back tire. So, we're going to jack it up and get going. It's 8:15. Let's see what it takes to do it. And I'll walk and talk it through it as I do it, and we'll see how fast we can get it done. And that way I want you guys to see in real time, oh, the knees are stiff and it's cold outside. Now, if you go to these cars, there's an arrow point down here which shows you where the jack point is, and you want to get on that frame piece there on the jack point, because if you don't, you can damage stuff. Not all of them have it. This one does. And we don't need to jack this thing up crazy high. Whoop-dee, whoop-dee. Just enough to get it off the ground. There we go. Impact. This is kind of exciting and fun, making stuff like this work again. Screwdriver. Impact. Provided none of these stick to the hub, should come off pretty easy. Yeah. And I am checking a look at the brakes as I'm doing this. I looked at the front brake. Shit, they're still 85% there. All right, over to this side. I said over here. Follow me. There we go. Now I've got a valve stem removal tool. We'll take the cap off. This little tool is handy. It's got a valve stem removal on one end here that rotates, and it's got a thing you screw on so you can pull the new one through. So we're going to go ahead and remove the valve stem. It's the fastest way to get the air out of the tire, right? There we go. You hear it start to whistle. Now, some of you guys that follow the rock crawler channels where they air down their tires, sometimes they'll do that and they'll hear it whistle and then they plug it back up. And that says they're down to a certain amount of pressure. I have no idea what it is. No clue. So we'll let that finish airing down because we can't break the bead with air in the tire. We'll get it in position though. Just about there. Don't do that on your pretty rims. We're just about there. 5:18. We're 3 minutes in. There again, it's not a race, right? While that's doing, I'll go ahead and unpackage one of these stems. There we go. Take the valve stem off, or valve cap off. That's what I'm doing. Now quickly, I'll show you one of these that I broke off. This one was what was in there. And it was made in USA. Yep. Don't know who manufactured it, but you can see where I broke it there, and there's a little battery right inside there. That this thing was all hooked up inside there, inside the tire. Bloop, no more. Now when we pull this one back in, we'll pull it back in at an angle like it's sitting right here. So this is toward the tire, and it keeps it tucked in tight so it doesn't hit anything. I'll see if I can get you down here close in a minute. For now, we're gonna break the bead. Now these tires are recently mounted, so the bead hasn't been on there a tremendously long time, so it wasn't stuck really hard. I mean, these tires only have like 230 miles on them now. I'm gonna see if I can get you down here somewhere where you can see. I don't know if I'll do a good job of it. But right now you can see we've got the valve stem exposed. We can wiggle it in there. Now I kind of ground this a little bit so I can get in here. My goal was to try and pry it down backwards through there. We'll see if I can. And here again, I'm not worried about destroying the one I have in here, because we're going to replace it, right? I don't know if this is going to work. I can feel it bottom out there. Can I pull it backwards through there would be the question. Nope. I can tear the rubber up pretty good though. Darn right I can. I'm good at that. I'm good at breaking stuff. Wonder if we can just break it off. I don't know. I've heard of people taking these out, resoldering in new batteries and stuff. We're not really about that today. Can I just break it off and get it out of there? Well, we pop that off. I think we might be able to actually pull that through there now. I've got that piece off of it. Let's just see if we can do that. Boom, it's out. That was easy. That was real easy. There again, guys, I haven't done this before. This is the first time I've ever done this. So I'm going to put a little soapy water around here, just so it helps it go in a little easier. So we'll hold this down, get this slid down in there. This is where the tire machine helps. It gives you that extra little oomph you need. So now I've got that facing so it's kind of following the shape of the rim. We'll screw this on. We'll screw this on. Obviously it's not listening to me. Like I said, this little tool's worth its weight here. So I can actually take this thing now and just pop right there. It's in place. Exactly where I want it. Set that aside. Get this out of the way. And pull that right back up there where it needs to be. That'll help things slip a little bit. I'll put a little bit of soap around the broken bead. Ba-bam! Is this my working one here? I hope it is. We'll see. Pull that back up. Bring her back up to pressure. That'll take a little bit. We got to get 36 pounds in there, 35 pounds or so. Where'd I put my gauge? There it is. 824. Let's see what we got for pressure so far. 10. We got a ways to go. A lot of volume in this tire. I won't even go over the other ways you can break the bead, you know, like with a car jack, with a tire pinch between the car and the car jack and breaking the bead down, or something else heavy. No, I won't mention those things as options. It'll take me longer to air it up than anything else. Is it all going in there? Wow. My air compressor probably needs to kick on. I couldn't have timed that any better. Almost. Let's put it back on. Put the valve stem cap on. Reinstall, baby. Crash, bam, boom. The brakes look really good back here. While you got your tires off, check your brakes, people. See how much thickness of pad you got left. This has got another 50, 60,000 miles worth of pad in it. Didn't I bring my Never sleeves over here? Yep, there it is. Never sleeves. These look all dry. I always just put some on the start of the thread and let the old nut just carry it back for me. There we go. That one little splatter I got on my thumb there, that'll cover my whole hand if I let it. Sorry, I had you guys a little crooked there. Didn't mean to. Back on we go, baby. Here we go. There, my heater kicked on. Yeah, it won't be cold. Not that I need to kick on because I'm not cold now, working. Sorry about that, the battery died. Right when I was getting ready to rat-a-tat-tat the old bolts down. Torque wrench. Snap. I don't know why I'm always in the habit of going around twice. It's just what I do. Double check, triple check, whatever you want to call it. Okay, where's the notch? There's the notch. Where's the wheel with the notch? There it is. Time 8:31. 8:15. I'm sorry, you probably won't. 8:31 over there. It took me 15 minutes, 16 minutes with the battery swap included on the camera. No joke. All right, 2 down, 2 to go. We're gonna time lapse you on that one. I know I'm gonna be 30 minutes from now. I'll see ya. That's how it's gonna roll, right? We started this at 8:15, it's 9:03. I did a battery change, I did a time lapse, and if you did see and catch that, I had to take one bead completely off because the little piece sensor, I dropped inside the tire and I couldn't in good conscience leave it in there. So I broke the bead on the one side completely around, pulled it off the one side, got in there, fished the piece out. We're all back together. All 4 tires are in place with new TPMS sensors. Now, I'm gonna try to do this live. No double takes, no retakes. You know me, I don't do outtakes or, I don't always get it right the first time, and sometimes I'll leave that in. So here I am, I'm gonna go ahead and turn this on. It's gonna give me a TPMS error most likely. Yep. Wow, it's picked up all 4 tires now, but I'm not sure I put the other 3 in the right tire. So we're gonna go in here and do a set clear. And it says, are you sure you want to relearn? Arrow up, set. So you get 2 honks. 2 honks means it's in learning mode. So we're taking fire this thing up, put it down by the tire, and it says to put it like in this direction. There, left front's done. This light's lit up, says go to this tire. Hit the button again. All right, we're working our way clockwise around the car. Now we got, see the tail lights lit up? Left rear, right rear, I'm sorry. Hit the button again. Hey, picked it up, sweet. Now I gotta go around the other side, the other way around. So this little tool's handy. Boom. Then it does 2 honks that says, learning complete. Just that simple. Now I put 35 according to my gauge. All these are reading 32, 32, 32, 32, 32, 32, 32. Sweet. We can go back to our menu. So now we'll turn the car off and turn it back on, and we should have see that little tire light? No, that's traction control. There's a tire monitor. Anyway, the cool part about it, we fire it up. See that little tire symbol there? That should all go off. Boom. We officially have no dash of lights other than the ones that are supposed to be there. Sweet. You darn right it is. This car is now officially ready for the open road. Now, this video will be out before the what I'm gonna call PCV valve video. I did some work on that, but I got to put some miles on it before I finish that video up. But anyway, that's how simple it was. Now on these, there is a way to have it self-train, which is to have them all installed, tires aired up, and then you let the air out of the tires until that TPS sends a signal. I tried that on the first one, but I didn't have the other 4, so it probably works. It probably works is what I'm gonna say. I tried to do it when I only had 1 tire done, but once I had all 4 tires done, it did work. So, but there again, it's same situation. You go to the learn mode, and then it'll go beep beep, and then that right front marker light or left front driver's side marker light will light up. You let air out of the tire until it goes honk one time, then you'll see this marker light over here light up. Let the air out till it goes honks, let the air out, work your way around all 4 corners, and it goes honk honk when it's done. The nice thing about that little $9, $10 tool, like I said, link will be below in the description, is the fact that it will let you walk around it as fast as I did. And you don't have to worry about letting air out of the tires, which takes some time, and then re-airing the tires back up. But as you can see, I don't know how accurate this old gauge I've got is. You know, it's been around a minute. I've had this a lot of years. I'm not sure how accurate it is. Now, when I pump my tires up on my Impala with my JF Egwo, and I set it at 35 pounds and it turns off automatically, it will be dead on. Those things will say 35, 35, 35, or 32, whatever I set it at. So there, we've got that done. I am so thrilled. I can finally get this out of my shop, but, you know, we've gotten over roughly 2 feet of snow. And just take a peek out here. It has snowed some more. We've probably got, walking out here. I mean, look at this. We've gotten a couple inches so far. So before I can get this out of here and get it up there through that gate, so I've kept this plowed clear on purpose. And it's a lot of extra snow blowing time. It's because I want to be able to get this out and get that in. Yeah, that looks like a camper conversion for a Jeep Grand Cherokee because there's about 2 foot of snow on top of that roof right now. Yeah, this snow it's being a little relentless. We're supposed to get 1 to 4 inches tonight. Well, we got 2 of it. We're halfway there almost. Oh man, that was a lot of fun. We got that done in a short amount of time. Now, what did I save myself by having some of the tools on hand? I saved myself a lot of money. Even if I saved myself $200 minimum. And that's if I had to buy this. And what else did I have that I needed? The TPMS stuff. So that was $60. TPMS was $25 for all 4 of them. For a set of 4, $25. They all seem to work. How long? We may never know. We will know because I'm buying the same exact thing for my Impala to replace in the tire that has one that's not reporting out. And we'll do that one. And then I'll have, because there again, the Impala is going to be around for a long time. Well, until something catastrophic happens. So like, if it windows the block or transmission goes out, quite frankly, I'll be honest with you, if the transmission goes out, I will get another transmission and put it in there. All there is to it. Or I'll pull it, have it rebuilt, and there again, be done with it and go a lot more miles. But so far, no signs of, knock on wood, that that's not going to happen. Okay, well, it's 9:10 now, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope this was a little different. I don't know, I did things a little differently with the intro here, and I also, you know, we did a lot of stuff real time, time lapse, and we didn't take a lot of time to do it. Honestly, I started this thing it took me roughly 20 minutes to do the first one, and then it took me about 45 minutes to do the other 3. So just a little over an hour, I am set and done, and that tire monitoring thing will not bug me anymore while I'm driving it around. So that's exciting, right? All right, now to put some miles on it and see if some other fixes I put in place are, you know, locked in and good. Man, I was tickled to see the brake. I knew the brakes worked well. The 200 miles that I've driven it so far, I knew the brakes worked well, but I didn't realize how good they were. I mean, those brakes, you look at the pads on them are that thick yet. Now, I don't know how thick they started out as, but they are thick. I mean, there's, in my experience, 50,000+ miles left on just these brakes. The rotors look fantastic. So, all right, enough said. This is Michael saying, if it ain't broke, fix it till it is. And thank you for watching. I appreciate you guys watching me. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Share with your friends. Share with anybody you think that I might be interesting to, or they might have interest in watching this type of things that I do, because we're going to keep it going. The next thing you're seeing coming into the shop is the golden Jeep. The Jeep I call Donkey. And what happened with that one is it was parked out on the cement pad for a while. I decided I wanted to move it. I was going to use it, and it turned over. Well, it didn't turn over. The battery is dead. So I have a new battery for it. It's in there on the battery maintainer. Turned over, but no fire. No fire at all. No spark, no play. So I got to figure out what went wrong. We drug it around to where you see it sitting there, and it stayed there on purpose. It's coming in here. We got to figure out how to get it running. I got to do a heater core in that thing. I've got an exhaust manifold leak. I hear a tick, 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 tick sound. And so we've got a little bit of work to do on that to get it in shape. And I'm excited to show you guys the underside of that car. If it's the way I remember it, this car I got from South Carolina. My dad had picked it up, and for me, that was my original tow vehicle to pull my boats to the lake and stuff, because I had no way to get vehicles to a lake. I didn't have a pickup. I had a 2-wheel drive pickup at the time, not suitable for boat ramps, for sure. A half-ton Chevy, it was a Chevy work truck, WT 1500. So I got that Jeep to do my towing, and then when I got this other Jeep, my wife ended up with it, and then we ended up getting her the 06 Lexus. I took over that 07 Liberty, been towing with that. But I want to get Donkey back going again. It's a good vehicle, and it's got a lot of miles on, over 200,000 miles. Still going. The old N96 is still pumping blood, baby. All right, this is Michael saying, if it ain't broke, fix it till it is. We'll see you in the next video. I'm out. Be kind to one another. Stay warm.